Hello everyone, let's start day 9 of our AI sales training. Today I'm selling Gemini, my Alpha Ventures YouTube channel to let it invest in my channel. I guess this is a bit difficult. So let's start.
Okay, I understand. Let's get started then. Go ahead and pitch me your idea. I'm ready when you are.
So have you actually tried starting some side hustles or business projects, but you didn't know where to start from and you might need some inspirations?
Okay, so you're talking about side hustles and business projects. That's pretty broad. Can you be more specific about what you're trying to do?
To be more specific, maybe some AI bots and SaaS projects and other side, maybe print on demand business.
All right, so you're interested in AI bots, SaaS projects, and print on demand businesses. That's still a pretty wide range. Which one are you most passionate about? Or which one do you think has the most potential?
I'm currently most passionate about the AI bots, and the most potential would be the SaaS project and the print on demand business.
Okay, you're passionate about AI bots, but see more potential in SaaS and print on demand. Why do you see more potential there than in AI bots?
Because the current AI bots are made on a PoE platform and it cannot bring in profits for me if the users use them. They must be first turned into SaaS projects which can do more than the PoE bots.
So you're saying the current AI bots on the platform aren't profitable, and you'd need to turn them into a SaaS project to really make money. That's an interesting perspective. What kind of SaaS features would make an AI bot more profitable?
Because usually SaaS would need a subscription basis and would collect money from the users from using the bots.
Okay, so a subscription model is key for profitability. That makes sense. Can you give me an example of a specific AI bot and how it could work as a profitable SaaS product?
For example, my interactive diaries was made into a SaaS project, and it actually can introduce the paywall where the user maybe is free to use up to 5 messages. Then after that, the user has to pay and also to interact with the whole database that user had passed diaries in. Then maybe the user has to pay maybe like $20 per month to able to use the product.
Okay, so an interactive diary bot with a paywall. Users get a few free messages, then they need to pay to continue and access the full database of past entries. That's a solid idea. How would you acquire customers for this?
Basically, I would post videos of using this on YouTube and maybe also TikTok and Instagram. Experience of using that, then I get a lot of emotional values from using the bots, and they will also be interested and come to try out the bot themselves. Then maybe a part of them will subscribe to the product.
Okay, so content marketing through videos on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. You'd show your experience and the emotional value of the bot. Then people would be drawn to try it and potentially subscribe. That's a reasonable marketing plan. What are your thoughts on the print on demand business?
So currently, I'm running a print-on-demand shop in the meme coin and crypto space on Etsy, where I give out the products that I design. And currently, I'm in the wireless charger niche, and in the future, I would release more products with across the meme coin memes, and also I would also do a print-on-demand shop in the anime area.
Okay, so you're already running a print on demand shop on Etsy in the meme coin slash crypto niche, focusing on wireless chargers. You plan to expand with more products and potentially start a shop in the anime niche. That shows some experience. What are your profit margins like with your current shop?
Currently, I set at 40%.
Okay, a 40% profit margin is pretty solid for print on demand. So, between all these ideas, the AI bots as SaaS, and print on demand shops, which would you say is your focus right now?
I currently focus on AI bots more because this is the area that I'm most passionate.
All right, so AI bots are your main focus due to your passion. That's good to know. I think I have a good sense of what you're trying to do now. Let's stop here for now and let me give you some feedback.
But I still haven't sell you on investing into my channel yet.
You're right. You haven't sold me yet. This was just the initial conversation. So let's take a step back. As a real world pitch trainer, here is my feedback. You have too many ideas. That's a common problem. Investors like focus. While your passion for AI bots is great, your reasoning for not pursuing them initially was based on the lack of profitability. This signals to me that you are aware of the financial aspect, but you are driven by passion rather than potential gains. You need to convince me why an AI SaaS product is a better business decision than print on demand, which seems to be more profitable. Your content marketing strategy was too vague. How would you differentiate your diary bot from others? What will you do with the current AI bots that are not making profits? How will your current print on demand business complement or take away from your AI projects? These are the kinds of questions you need to address. Now, let's keep going. How would you refine your pitch based on that feedback?
Oh, that's a lot of questions. Um, which are the most important questions because you have asked a lot of questions.
Exactly. Good job on acknowledging that. Now let's tackle them one by one. What's the most important question you think I asked, and how will you answer it?
All the things were actually integrated together by my YouTube channels because I post meme coin on one channel and do my alpha ventures in another channel. Then I also do anime and games in another channel. But in this talk that we have with investor, I'm hoping the investor to invest in my Alpha Ventures YouTube channel. So I will just focus in this area.
Okay, so your YouTube channels are the unifying factor. You have different channels for different niches, but you want the investor to focus on the adventures channel, which is where the AI projects would be featured. That clarifies a few things. How do you plan to monetize those adventures?
To turn them into SaaS projects if they are really well received by the market. And also in that, yeah, I think
Okay,
that's all.
so you'd turn well-received AI bot ideas into SaaS projects. That's a clear goal. But how exactly will you show investors that these AI bots are being well received by the market? Is just the view numbers enough?
We are actually tracking the numbers of monthly users and followers of the bots.
Okay, tracking monthly users and followers is a good start. But how will you engage with them and get them to provide feedback to validate your ideas?
They can comment on the YouTube videos that I am using the bots so that I can receive feedback from there.
Okay, you'll use comments on your videos to get feedback. That's a direct way to engage. Now let's talk about the print on demand side. You mentioned you're currently selling wireless chargers with meme coin designs. How does that fit into the Adventures channel and your AI projects? Is it just a side income or is there a strategic purpose? Okay, so you're looking at comments and direct messages. That's a good start for engagement. However, how will you organize and use that feedback to make decisions about product development?
I'll just look at the functions that they mentioned and I'll improve them or add the functions into my product.
Okay, so you'll use the feedback to refine the functions of your AI bots. How will you prioritize which features to work on first?
Functions that more people are asking for, or I think would do a great impact on user experience because I control the bots.
Okay, so you'll focus on features that are highly requested and that you believe will improve the user experience because you control the bots. That makes sense. How do you plan to track the success of these improvements once you implement them?
Rates of acquisition of new followers and new monthly users.
Okay, so you'll track the rate of acquisition of new followers and new monthly users to measure the success of the improvements. That's a good metric. What about user retention? How will you make sure people continue using your AI bots?
It is reflected in the monthly user.
Okay, so you're saying that monthly users will reflect the retention rate. That's partially true. What specific strategies will you use to encourage repeat usage?
I am currently posting everyday videos using those bots, and I hope that users can also cultivate a habit of doing that as well, because the users are currently receiving value from the bots every day, then it would also encourage them to make it into a habit.
Okay, so you're posting daily videos to encourage users to develop a habit of using your bots. That's a good strategy. How do you plan to keep the content fresh and engaging to prevent users from getting bored over time?
The content is changed daily, so it would be fresh.
Okay, so you're changing the content daily to keep it fresh. That's good. How will you ensure that the daily content is valuable and relevant to your users to make it more appealing for them to turn it into a habit?
It is from my experience of usage so that they can also imagine when they're using it, it will be like that and hopes that it encourage them to use the bots as well.
Okay, so you're basing the content on your own experience using the bots so users can see themselves using it too and be encouraged to do so. That's a good approach. Let's stop here for a second and I'll give you some feedback. You've made significant progress in clarifying your vision, but we still need to address a few things. First of all, your pitch is very long. We need to work on summarizing it into a few key points.
Okay.
Good. Secondly, while you've identified key metrics and engagement strategies, there's still not enough concrete evidence to show me these bots are getting enough traction. It's good that you have a plan, but I need to see more data and also to see how you're converting this interest into revenue. Does that make sense?
Diaries are having maybe around 20 monthly users, but it is still at the early stages of its release.
Okay. Okay. 20 monthly users is a start, but it's important to show growth potential. So you need to show me how that 20 can turn into 200, 2,000, and beyond. We also need to dig deeper into the user demographics and what kind of engagement they have with your content and with your bots. Does that make sense?
So they will also refer to their friends for using the bots, and also I will continue to post the videos on YouTube so that more people can start noticing it. And when it grow past some critical points, then it will go viral.
Okay, so you're relying on referrals and consistent content creation to go viral. That's a typical plan, but viral growth is not a business strategy. You need to think about how you're going to get to that critical point. How are you going to increase your user base without solely relying on organic growth?
I have said that I was producing YouTube and contents for that. And maybe in the future, I'll also add some Instagram and TikTok short videos to attract users to my bots.
Okay, so you're planning to expand your content creation to Instagram and TikTok. That's a good way to reach a broader audience. However, how will you ensure that these additional platforms actually drive traffic to your AI bots rather than just being additional places to post content?
I will post some unique experience which is using that bot so that it will attract users to my bots, just like YouTube does.
Okay, so you'll post unique experiences using the bots to attract users, similar to how you're doing it on YouTube. That's a good idea, but what makes your experiences so unique that people will stop and actually pay attention to your bots?
Because the emotional value that the interactive diaries give is so great that I also sometimes cry from receiving those responses.
Okay, so the emotional value of the interactions is what makes your bots unique. That's an interesting aspect to focus on. Let's pause here for a moment. I think we're getting closer to a clear pitch, but we need to sharpen it further.
Okay,
Your core idea of turning emotionally engaging AI bots into a SaaS product is compelling, but you need to show the real world potential. You've made progress in defining your audience engagement and monetization plan, but we still need more clarity. It's time to refine your pitch.
okay.
Think about how to concisely summarize your vision, what data you can use to validate that vision, and how to communicate that to an investor. Remember that we need to make sure that we're showing scalability and that it will generate real revenue.
Actually, my project is very scalable because everyone has the demand of using it. It is just that if we can deliver the value enough so that they can see and they will pay our usage. And I see no problem of this project going beyond 2,000 or maybe 20,000.
Okay, so you believe the project is scalable because everyone has a demand for it. However, everyone is a very broad audience. You need to identify your target market more clearly. Also, while you see no problem in scaling, you need to demonstrate your ability to reach those numbers. Let's move on to the last step of your pitch.
Okay?
You should try summarizing everything that you've explained today. If you don't give a good summary, then we're not going to be able to move to the next steps.
So I think my project Interactive Diaries is receiving traction on YouTube and it has grown to around 20 monthly users and around 3 followers today. And because the demand of using diaries and also receiving feedback to improve for next day and also to get some emotional value from using that is present in almost everyone so that it is very scalable in the future. We have no problem of going even to 20,000 monthly users.
Okay, that's a good summary, but it's not very concise yet. Also, you're focusing a lot on the emotional aspect and not enough on how you plan to generate revenue and scale your business. Let's try one more time.
Actually, it is not giving enough feedback for me to correct, so maybe we'll let the AI give us the answer here. Oh gosh.
Okay, so your pitch is still a bit long, and we need to work on making it more concise. You have good ideas, but you need to present them more clearly and with a stronger focus on real world potential and scalability. Let's work on that. Can you summarize your business into one single sentence that gets me excited about your project?
Actually, Alfred's Ventures is a YouTube channel that oh, we haven't opened this yet. Actually, Alfred's Venture is a YouTube channel that features the all the business ventures in. and it is having audiences of people that are starting side projects and they look for inspiration. And possibly that with they seeing my tools, AI tools, and they would pay the subscription for them.
Okay, that's a bit better, but still not concise enough. The channel is about your business ventures that people can get inspiration from, but that's still a bit broad. Can you focus on the core idea? Try this. I create AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs and turn them into a profitable SaaS product. Can you try something like that?
I create AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs and turn them into profitable SaaS products.
Okay, that's a good start. It's much more concise. Now, can you add to that one sentence how you make money out of it and what makes you unique? Let's try. I create unique AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs and turn them into a profitable SaaS product, monetized through subscriptions and driven by my personal experience.
I create unique AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs and turn them into profitable SaaS product monetized through subscriptions. And it is also driven by my personal experience.
Okay, that's a very good and concise summary. Now, to complete the pitch, can you provide some quick data points that show the traction that you are having? For example, how many followers, monthly users, and engagement rates?
I'm having 4 subscribers on my channel, and the usual views of my videos is around 10.
Okay, 4 subscribers and around 10 views per video. That's a start, but it's very low. You need to think about how you can increase those numbers to show growth potential. However, for the purpose of this exercise, that's a good starting point. Now, let's finish the pitch by asking the investor for what you need. What kind of investment or help are you looking for?
I'm looking for the investor output by sharing some consultation for my products and also to invest some money into my project to help me for future growth, perhaps 10K USD.
Okay, so you're looking for consultation and a $10,000 investment for your project. That's a clear ask. Now let's put it all together and you deliver your final pitch. I create unique AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs, turning them into a profitable SaaS product, monetized through subscriptions and driven by my personal experience. Currently, I have 4 subscribers, and my videos get around 10 views. But with your help, I can scale this to a large audience. I'm looking for your expertise and a 10K investment to take my project to the next level.
I create unique AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs, turning them into a profitable sales SaaS product monetized through subscriptions and driven by my personal experience. Currently, I have 4 subscribers and my videos get around 10 views. But with your help, I can scale this into a large audience. I'm looking for your expertise and a 10K investment to take my project to the next level.
Okay, that was a very good final pitch. It was concise, clear, and included all the key information needed to make a decision. Now let's switch gears and go into feedback mode, as if I am your pitch trainer. Overall, you've made a significant improvement in your ability to communicate your ideas, but we still have some work to do. First, let's talk about your idea. The concept of creating AI tools for entrepreneurs and monetizing them through a subscription model is solid. However, you need to be very careful of choosing a specific niche and target market so you can grow that number. Second, your presentation skills have improved significantly. You're more concise, and you have a much clearer idea of how to pitch your project. However, you still need more data and some real traction to get more investors interested. Finally, you need to work on your metrics and also on your monetization strategy and not depend on organic growth so much. Any questions so far?
What else can I do besides the organic growth?
Okay, that's a great question. Beyond organic growth, you need to explore other strategies that can bring more visibility to your project. Firstly, you should consider targeted advertising on platforms where your potential users are. For example, if your target audience is entrepreneurs, you could advertise on platforms like LinkedIn or YouTube. Secondly, partnerships and collaborations are also a great option to reach a wider audience. By partnering with influencers, content creators, or other businesses in the entrepreneurial space, you can tap into new audiences that you wouldn't be able to reach on your own. Finally, do not underestimate the power of public relations. By submitting your project to blogs or podcasts or even local newspapers, you can bring more awareness to what you are doing. Remember that the key to successful growth is to experiment and diversify your marketing strategies to see which ones work better for you. Does that answer your question?
Okay, so we actually have a pitch here, and let's actually ask the final question here. So if you were the investor, would you invest in my video channel?
That's a very fair question. If I were an investor, I would be very interested in your vision and your passion, but I would need to see more traction and a clear path to revenue before investing. As of right now, your subscriber count and views are too low to consider a financial investment. However, I would be willing to provide mentorship and guidance, and maybe even a small initial investment once you achieve some key milestones, like consistent growth and user engagement. Does that answer your question?
What would be some likely milestones?
Okay, that's a great question. Some likely milestones you should aim for include reaching a consistent 10% month over month increase in subscribers and users, achieving a 5% engagement rate on your content, measured by likes, comments, and shares, and ideally, securing at least 10 paying subscribers for your SaaS products. These metrics will show that you have a product with market demand, a growing audience, and a way to generate revenue. Focus on achieving these, and it will be easier to attract more investors.
Thanks. I have just started this in the last week, so I will work hard to get there.
That's understandable. Starting a business takes time and dedication, and I'm glad to see you're motivated to work hard. Remember that consistency and a focus on value creation are key to achieving your goals. Keep learning, experimenting, and iterating on your ideas, and you'll see growth over time. Do you have any further questions for me?
Gave us the possible mm, scenario that would be given by the investor, which is giving us mentorship, and also have to hit the milestones before it would make financial investment. And also, we have the pitch, short pitch here, which is I create like AI tools that solve problems and inspire other entrepreneurs, turning them into a profitable SaaS product monetized through subscriptions and driven by my personal experience. Currently, I have 4 subscribers and my videos get around 10 views, but with your help, I can scale this into a large audience. Looking for your expertise. I'm looking for your expertise and attending investment to take my project to the next level. So this is what I do. And then my current situation, and then with their help, the goal, what I'm looking for. So we have to have these 4 parts to be a concise pitch. So we might also try this again after we grow this channel further by having more subscribers and views. So thank you very much for tuning in to today and hope you have learned a thing or two. We'll see you next session. Good. Thank you and goodbye.